Hello, my name is Heather Berg, and I'm so glad you are here and that you are choosing yourself first. That's what this whole practice is about. It's about doing things that feel good for your body. This is a great practice to do any time of day. I personally love doing this either first thing in the morning, or actually I've been doing it lately in the middle of the day when I'm kind of feeling that energy slump, where it's very easy to just plop down on the couch or go sit somewhere and scroll mindlessly on your phone. But instead, you can watch this on your computer, you can put it on your phone, but then I will guide you. So if you happen to have a few blocks, get them. No worries if you don't. If you have a little towel or an eye mask, get that. And whatever other props you might want to use, but don't feel you have to use any. So let's get started. So to start, let's go ahead and plant your feet more than hip distance apart. Your hands are behind you. And we're going to do a variation of windshield wipering the knees back and forth. So first, let's do it that way. Your hands can support you behind you. And then eventually what I want you to do is lower the legs all the way down. Push this inner knee down, placing your hand there, and give your body a nice stretch, a rotation. Take 2 breaths here, really pushing this inner knee down. And then slowly let's go the other way. So now my right knee is pushing down, my hand is against my knee, and I am rotating my torso. I want you to feel this rotation, but not so much that you're having trouble breathing. Breath is always the priority. All right, so let's go back and forth doing this just a few times. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower the knees. Give your body a nice twist. Inhale back to the center, lower the knees. Again, give yourself a nice rotation. One more time each side. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, over and twist. Inhale, knees up. And exhale, twist. Nice. All right, so this is where you might want to grab one of your blocks if you happen to have. No worries if you don't. And open your legs wide. Don't worry about how wide they get, but I do want them wider than hip distance. And to start, just work by flexing and pointing your feet. You'll notice my hands are behind me to help keep my torso lifted. Just moving some of my props out of the way. And then I'd like for you to stay upright for a moment or two, flex your feet. Imagine you're trying to get the backs of your knees down on the mat. Take a few breaths. This breathing is in and out of your nose, ideally, our Ujjayi breath, creating that slight constriction in the back of the throat. Good. This is where we're going to use the block. Now you can place it on the highest level, second, and third. I probably am going to do the middle. We'll see how my body reacts today. I'm going to place my elbow here on the block, and I'm going to support my head. And then I want you to think about your rib cage rotating up towards the ceiling or sky if you're outside, and reach that arm up and over. Keep your legs active, close your eyes, tongue on the upper palate, and start to create that Ujjayi breath. Now sometimes when my arm is in this position, it gets a little tingly. So if that's happening to you, let it flop or bring the hand to the back of the head, still trying to rotate the torso. Keeping your legs active. Let's take about 2 more breaths here. And very slowly, on your inhale, come on up. Good. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Feel your body settle. Let's go the other way. You're going to notice potentially that each side feels incredibly different. I know mine does. So if you have to stand it up a little differently, I think I do. Yeah. Keeping your legs active, rotating your chest up towards the ceiling, and we are breathing. And if you need to bend the elbow, placing the hand behind the head, that's fine too. Let's take one more breath here. And slowly make your way up. Love that feeling of release. Rest your hands on your knees for a moment. Close your eyes. 3 rounds of slow, intentional breathing, that Ujjayi breath. All right. So you might want to use 2 blocks here or not. Let me grab mine for a moment. Let me grab my other one. And then what you might want to do is place these blocks on either side of your knee or thigh. Some of you might be able to get it a little closer down to your shin or ankle. So to start, I want you to sit up nice and tall and rotate your torso towards your left leg to start. I'm beginning to feel a nice stretch on my right inner thigh. And you can have your hands on the blocks. This might be enough, or maybe you're able to walk them a little more forward, or feel free to lower your forearms down. And let your head get really heavy, your face relaxed. My legs are still really active here. Try to relax your face, close your eyes, and take about 3 to 5 rounds of your breath here. And then slowly make your way up. Feel that release. And let's go to the other leg, other side. Place your blocks and then work on rotating your torso towards your right leg. Pay attention to that inseam of your left leg. Feel that sensation. And then make your way down over that right leg, whatever it looks like. And mine looks and feels very different on this side. Again, 3 to 5 breaths. And then slowly make your way up. And then feel free to use the blocks or not. I'm going to choose not to use them here, and just a seated straddle forward bend. You might want to keep your arms straight. Some of you might want to come to your forearms, and that's where the blocks might really come in handy here. And if you have the flexibility, you can even support your head on this block. But don't worry if you can't get all the way down. It's not the goal. It's not the intention. Everybody's body is different. So wherever you are, relax your face. Your legs are still active. And let's take 3 to 5 breaths. Slowly make your way up. Good. And then very carefully, our legs have been open and engaged a long time. I like placing my hands behind my knees and bring them in and bring the soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall, just for a breath or two. Nice. So we're going to come into a seated twist. Now you can do this so many different ways. You can sit in Sukhasana, easy pose. Or if you're finding it difficult to sit like this and you need your hips elevated, what's really nice is if you have some blocks, you can make a little chair for yourself. And sometimes we need more than one. I kind of like this. And then I kind of sit towards the front and tilt them forward. So my pelvis is tilted forward. Good. Inhale, stretch your arms out, and I'm going to twist to my left. Right hand on my left knee and my left fingertips behind me. Let's take about 2 more breaths here. Slowly unwind. Let's go the other way. Extend the arms, stretch. Left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind. Feel free to gaze down towards the floor and focus on a point, or close your eyes. Nice. Good. Unwind. Next, we're going to have our legs up the wall. Now, I have a wall over here, and sometimes I do that. I lay, swing my legs up the wall, which is really nice. But if you don't have access to a wall at this moment, you can either use a bolster, you can use a blanket, and we can place that underneath our sacrum and just float our legs up in the air. You can rest your hands on your torso. I often like to bring my arms back behind me. That's always nice. No flexing, no pointing, because we don't want any blood flow going to our legs. We're trying to drain it from our legs. if it's possible, see if you can stay here for about 5 to 7 breaths. If you need to come out of it before, go ahead. Take one final breath and slowly lower your legs. Let your feet find the ground. If you have your legs up the wall, swing your legs over to a side. And we will meet sitting up. Now we're getting to the best part, supported Shavasana. So get everything that you need. And I'm just going to use, since it's here, my little bolster. I'm going to have it tucked right under my hamstrings up towards my glutes. I'm going to grab my eye pillow. And I do this often when I'm in the middle of working on my computer for a while. Sometimes I'll do that sequence we just did and end in Shavasana, and I put the timer on for 10 minutes. It's fantastic. But sometimes I even just do this, Shavasana. I put the timer on and I just lay here. So it'll be a minute or two. Enjoy. Make sure you're comfortable. So feel free to stay here longer. If you're able to reach to turn off this recording and just lay here longer, that is fabulous. Otherwise, go ahead very slowly. You'll bend your knees and roll to a side and push yourself up. Feel free to keep your eyes closed, rest your hands on your knees or thighs, palms down, or If you'd rather have that gesture of receiving with the palms up, that's also nice too. Hands at heart center, always in gratitude for what our minds and bodies are capable of doing for us each and every day. Let us continue to never take that for granted. The divine light within me acknowledges the divine light within you. Namaste.